All right, you guys. So we're getting ready. It's recording. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Lisa Yahn. I'm from Rochester, New York, and I'm so excited for all of you to be here tonight to be a part of the Happy Co Opportunity Zoom. I have some amazing friends that have decided to join me here tonight and share their stories with you. So I'm super excited. But first, I will share my story. I got started back at the beginning about 3 years ago and some change. I was told about the business side of this, and I was like, I'm all in, I'll jump in. Earlier that year, I had decided to change my life. 8 years ago, on my birthday, my father passed away suddenly of a heart attack. And I don't know about you guys, but I was one of those people who suffered from the yo-yo diets from the time as I can remember as being a teenager. I struggled with my weight. I would lose 20 pounds, I would gain 20 pounds, I'd lose 30, gain 50. It was always a struggle. And so after he passed away, and food was always my friend. Food was my friend when I was happy. Food was my friend when I was sad. But after his passing, alcohol also played a part of that. And as the years went on, I started realizing that I wasn't happy with myself. And one day, about 4 years ago, I saw a picture and I said, oh my gosh, I have to do something. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, you probably saw a little video that I put together, or actually my girlfriend Aaliyah put together for me, of my journey over the last 4 years. And so in November of 2017, someone had shared this opportunity with me, and I was so sold on the opportunity that I didn't care what it was. I just wanted to be a part of this. And so the product got sent to my house, and it was coffee. You guys, I was not a coffee drinker, and earlier that year, I'd given up caffeine. But when in Rome, do what the Romans do, and I started drinking coffee. And so fast forward, that was like a week or so before Thanksgiving. Fast forward to December 27th, my birthday, I had dropped a whole pant size. So I not only have lost 55 plus pounds on this product, I've been able to maintain keeping that weight off. And I went from that size 12 when I started the product to a size 6 where I currently am. And you guys, not only that, but this product has helped me emotionally. And, losing your father on your birthday 2 days after Christmas is a struggle in itself, right? And, to be able to say that I don't have to have, all the other stuff that some people depend on, that I can just be, happy without it. And I have these products to help me get through those days. And not saying that they're all perfect, because they're not, but it definitely helps. And, those cravings that you sometimes would get, I don't get anymore. And, it's been amazing to be able to share it with other people. So those friends that I had told you about that I invited on for tonight, one is one of my newest team members. She's coming in live from Alabama. I recently was able to welcome Lene to our team back in January, and she was really nervous, you guys, really nervous that she just didn't know. She was like, I'm just going to do it. I love the product. And so I'm going to have her unmute herself and share her story, because she has quite an amazing story to share.
Well, hi, everyone. I'm Lene Moore Brown, coming from Enterprise, Alabama, and Fort Rucker, home of the Army helicopter. Just a little bit about myself. I've lived all over the world. That's where I grew up with my family. And I landed in Germany, met my handsome husband, who's a helicopter pilot. And we got married. We have 4 gorgeous sons, 3 beautiful daughter-in-laws, and 8 fabulous grandchildren. And after 36 years, we're still in love. But I can tell you, it hasn't all been a bed of roses, And at one point in our marriage, I became the caregiver of my mom, who had Alzheimer's, and my mother-in-law. And for 20 years, I took care of them. And I can tell you, my health took a toll, and my health just tanked. I gained like 50 pounds. I found out that I had no energy, no motivation. I was so sick. My hormones, my thyroid, everything tanked. And the food cravings, because food had been my issue, like you said, Lisa, all my life. And the cravings were just off the chain. And I found myself just sad all the time, and I couldn't pull myself out of it. And I really chose, I didn't want to go on medicine. I mean, the medicines that they were giving me weren't working. And I got on Facebook and I reconnected with one of my dearest childhood friends, Belinda Fitzpatrick, who's on this call tonight. And we were in Italy together, and I watched her life just transform in front of my eyes in the last year and a half. I mean, literally. I mean, I knew her before, and now she had lost a ton of weight and was smiling all the time, and the joy just exudes out of her. And I said, I want your life. What are you doing? I want that life. I want to be happy again. And she told me about Happy Coffee and the Happy Co. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I love coffee. So I ordered it, and my husband and I started taking the product, and we started losing weight. My energy is off the chain. Literally, it's been a game changer for me. I'm pinging on all cylinders. I didn't even know I had the cylinders that I am pinging off of. And I mean, it's so great. I mean, I decided at 60 years old, I'm 60, I'll be 61 this year, to go back to college. And I was a C student at best. I never thought I would ever get my degree. And now I am keeping up with 20-year-olds. I mean, no, really, let me take that back. They're keeping up with me, and they're asking me for my notes. And I have a 4.0. I cannot believe it. I'm just amazed. I can sleep, my joints don't hurt, and the cravings are gone. But one of the biggest things is the brain fog is gone. I can remember, I can think. I mean, I almost thought I had Alzheimer's after taking care of my mom for all those years. And I've got my youth back. I've got my life back. And so my husband, I remember him turning to me and he said, we've got to get more of this stuff. Order more of this stuff. Wherever you're getting it, get more. And I said, Belinda, I need to order more. And she's like, you need to be in the business. You need to at least do it to get the product at wholesale. And so I did. And I mean, all I've done is share my story with my friends. They've been watching me. And since January, I have made my cab bonus. I have made rank runner. I didn't even know what all that stuff was. But I did it. And really without hardly trying, just sharing health and happiness, like the Happy Co tells you. And my community has been so amazing. I mean, y'all have been so supportive and loving and kind and helpful, to the point where that's now become my purpose. I want to help others to find happiness, because like the Happy Co says, everyone deserves to be happy.
That is true. Thank you so much, Lene. I just truly enjoy watching you, and I know your journey here has just begun, so I am so proud. And thank you again for joining us and sharing tonight. This was her first time ever doing this, you guys. So.
I know. I was nervous.
We're going to take it to my amazing friend, Amanda Taylor, down in Kentucky. Amanda?
Thank you, Lisa. I loved your story, Lene. I love just hearing everybody's stories, because once you come here, you have a story. And after 3 years, I'm thinking, do I really still have a story? But y'all, you never get too old to share your story. Your story never gets old, because it's always new to somebody. So I am Amanda Taylor. I'm from Bowling Green, Kentucky. I'm a wife and a mother to 2 boys. Tucker is 15 and Cooper is 4. So I need all of it to keep me going. So let's back up to the year 2018. And I'll tell you real fast and quick, because Lisa said you've got 3 minutes. So I practiced on my way to Nashville tonight, and on my way back, like, what am I going to say? And then I'm like, y'all, I speak from my heart. So everything that I'm bringing to you is just coming. It's not rehearsed. It's not written down. It's just me. So back in 2018 in February, my cousin joined the company. She started making posts about it, and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to be one of those girls. I had no interest whatsoever. I was not a coffee drinker. I'm still not a coffee drinker, but I love our products. So I guess you could consider me one. But the day that it got me, she said, I made enough to pay for daycare. And I was like, daycare? If anybody has kids or has had kids in daycare, you know that it is not cheap. So I thought, well, I might could drink this stuff if it's going to help me pay for daycare. And I was working a 40-hour-a-week job. And so it wasn't that I really needed the income, but I thought that income would help. It would help do other things that we didn't have to budget in. So I reached out to her. I said, hey, will you send me a sample? And anybody that's been here 3 years, like I have, knows that at that time, samples were really hard to come by. So she's like, just let me send you a tub. Y'all, I tried my first cup on March 31st, 2018. I tried it that morning around 9 o'clock. By 11 o'clock that night, y'all, I had signed up, joined this awesome company, and got started on my journey. So it has been an incredible journey, to say the least. 1 year in, I was able to walk away from my 40-hour-a-week job and do this full time. So we're coming up on 2 years that I've been able to be at home, be a better mom, be a better wife, and focus more on them. My kids, well, my oldest is in high school. My youngest does still go to daycare because he is such a mama's boy. He would be just a disaster if I kept him home all day, every day. But I cannot say enough about this. I have never done network marketing before. I'm not going to say everybody will have the fast and success that I did. Everybody is dependent upon the work you put in, and it's what you get out. But I can tell you that our family here is like no other. The friendships I've made, I can't even begin to tell you. We're here to help. We're here to love on you and help any way that we can. The products, they are amazing, as most of you, I'm sure, have tried and know. I came in thinking hopefully I could lose some weight. I did lose 34 pounds. Like Lisa, I had food on the brain from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, thinking about what I was going to eat for lunch as I was eating breakfast, thinking about my next meal as I was eating, snacking 5 times a day, literally. That's not just throwing a number out there, literally 5 times a day. And it was not good food. And so those pounds just kept adding on. And that day one, I saw this helped so much with that. So again, I can't say enough about the products or this amazing opportunity that's been presented to y'all. So whoever invited you, y'all do them a favor and say thank you, because it definitely can be life-changing if you just say yes. So thank you, Lisa, for having me on tonight.
Thank you so much. I love your story. Daycare, I was blessed to not have to pay for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I know how expensive it can be. Now we're going to take it all the way down south to my girlfriend, Jermaine Parker in Houston, Texas.
Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have these stories not been amazing or what? I love these calls because I've been doing this business for a while, like Amanda. But like Amanda said, every time you hear a new story, it just touches your heart so much because it makes you realize you're a part of something so much bigger. So like Amanda said, whoever invited you guys to this call, regardless of what you decide to do, reach out to them and tell them thank you. They see something in you that you don't see yourself. And if you join us on this party ride, we will help you see that too. But whatever you decide, reach out and tell them thank you. So my name is Jermaine Parker. I have 3 boys. I have an 18-year-old with autism, a 17-year-old crazy teen, and a 4-year-old. Okay, so I need all the things, but I didn't really think that I needed it back in the day. So I'm a little bit different. How many of you guys are skeptics? You see these things on social media and you see people kissing their cups and they're like, it's the best thing ever. And you're just like, whatever, right? How many of you guys have been there? Because that was me. So I have a friend who saw this coffee thing and she was so amazed by it. And she told me, she was like, Jermaine, this is the best thing ever. You can drink coffee and it's going to help you sleep better and you're going to lose weight and you're not going to crave carbs and it's just going to be so perfect. And I told her, no, because I already drank coffee and my coffee didn't do that. And you can't tell me that I'm just going to drink this cup of coffee and eat whatever I want and I'm going to lose weight. So I told her no. And so every single day for 3 weeks, because she's a really good friend of mine and we don't normally do this, so don't panic, but she's a very good friend of mine. So every single day she invited me to try this coffee over and over and over and over and over again. And by the time the 3rd week came, I finally said, you know what? It's $50. $50 is worth my sanity. So stop telling me to try your coffee. I'm just gonna buy it so you leave me alone. And so you guys, I bought the coffee. I tried the product and I wanted to prove my friend wrong so bad, you guys. So I work out. I like it. It makes me feel good. So I work out regularly. I watch what I eat because I know that the food I put into my body gives me the energy I put out. So that's just who I am. But she said I can eat whatever I want, right? So I said, all right, whatever. I'm not going to follow any meal plans. I'm not really going to follow any scheduled workout. I'm going to eat whatever I want and drink this coffee and let's see what happens. So I did. For like a week. And I remember taking pictures when I first got it because I was so going to prove her wrong. Like I just knew it, I was, because nothing works for me. Nothing ever does. So I took my pictures and on the 7th day, I stepped on the scale, took another picture and was so ready to tell my friend to take her coffee and shove it up her, you insert a word. But you guys, I was wrong. So in that first week, I lost 9 pounds. 9 pounds without even trying. And that's when I realized that, wait a minute, that whole entire week, I could have ate whatever I wanted. I told myself I would eat whatever I wanted. And I didn't want to eat bad food. I didn't want to eat the donuts or the cake or all the other things that I always deprived myself from. So I was always wanting. I told myself I can eat that. I'll just drink this coffee, but I didn't want it. So that's when I decided, all right, I was wrong. I told my friend, you were right. I need to sign up and I'm going to do this business with you. And it was right around that time that I started to look at our family finances and realized that I was going to have to go back to work. Either something was going to have to change real drastically or I was going to have to go back to work. And I just had my baby boy. He was 1. He's my last baby. And I did not want to leave him and go put him into daycare and go off to work like I did with my 2 older boys. So my heart was crushed. But then I remembered one thing. I remembered when I enrolled, a mentor of mine said, Jermaine, if you put your head down right now and you run as hard as you can and you do the work, I can't guarantee you any success, but I know one thing's for sure. If you give it your all in 1 year, your life can look completely different from what it looks like today. And I said, all right, fair game. I put my head down. I got to work. You guys, I worked my butt off. And at the time, I didn't tell anybody because I kind of wasn't sure what I was going to do. But at the time when my mentor had told me that, I had just been offered a job at a bank, which is what I previously did, with a very decent salary that I could have just took. But I just decided, something in my gut said, don't do it. Don't take that job. Just try this coffee thing out and do it. And so 5 months of putting my head down and running, I almost doubled that bank salary that was offered to me. So I've been doing this business now for 2.5, almost 3 years now. And I can honestly say I have never once looked at my finances and thought, oh my God, if something doesn't change, I'm going to have to go back to work. Because this coffee, you guys, this was the change for me. I don't know if it's going to work exactly the same for you like it did me. Maybe you're a skeptic like me and you don't believe it. Maybe you've tried a few things. You even kissed your shake before and it didn't do the things you thought it was going to do for you. I don't know. But if it does anything for you like it's done for me and everybody else on this call, wouldn't it be worth a shot? I say hands down, I don't know what you're thinking, but I say do it. Don't be like me. Don't wait 3 weeks for them to tell you every single day. Do you realize that was 21 invites before I said yes? Don't take 21 days to say yes, you guys. Do it now. What's the worst that can happen? You get a tub of coffee that you don't like that you can return, money back guaranteed, right? So thank you all for joining us. I'm passing it back to Miss Lisa. Have a good night,
Oh my
guys.
gosh, girl, you are so awesome. Thank you so much. You guys, she said it all. And, you know, my business side of the testimony for this is that, like I said, I was told about it on the business side. I was that girl. I'm a hairstylist by trade. And I always wanted to retire from behind the chair by the time I was 45, because I saw all the women that were doing it that were older than me, and how many, you know, they had the aches, the pains, the surgeries on the carpal tunnel and all of that. And I'm just like, I didn't want to be that person. And I missed my son younger, like, because he was home with my parents or in school, but I worked behind the chair that whole time. So I always wanted to retire by 45 and have the second half of my life. And here, with this opportunity, I was able to retire from doing hair just after 5 short months, 3 years early. So you guys, just like Jermaine said, she's not sure if it'll be exactly like it was for us, but we do know that if you put in the work and you just come join us, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And the best story to be told is the one that's yet to be told, and it could be yours. And the last thing that I'm going to mention here, you guys, other than Lene and I, Amanda and Jermaine, we're from different teams. We're not even on the same team, and we're here to help each other. And, you know, I reached out to both of them. I said, hey, can you guys be my stories on the Zoom? And they're like, absolutely. And the same, I would do that for them. So you guys, we all work together. It doesn't matter, sideline, upline, crossline, we work together. We're here to help you. And like all the women said, get back to the person who invited you to be here tonight and let them know, A, are you all in? You want to be a part of the Happy Cove, the community, the culture that we have and where we're going? Or B, you want to be a customer? Or maybe you just need more information. Whatever it is, just get back to that person, because you're meant to be here. They thought of you for a reason. So with that being said, thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight, sharing your amazing stories. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.